Hey everyone, it's Andrzej Krzywda speaking. I'm back to recording my journey from 2100 to the International Master title. It's not going super well, but I feel like I'm progressing with my chess knowledge a little bit. So here's a game from the second round of the last tournament I played in. It was the International Chess Memorial of Ludwig Zamenhof in Białystok. It was the B group, so I played mostly with a slightly lower rated opponents. And in this game, I'm playing white against a typical Philidor defense. I didn't remember the correct lines to get the advantage, but I did remember some ideas in Philidor. So for example, I remember that obviously black wants to get a6 and b5 at some point, and one prophylactic move is go to bishop e2 very early on. And then another idea I remembered was that when bishop goes to b7, then it's a good moment to go knight h4 and knight f5, and then maybe queen f3 to build an attack against the king, because the bishop now operates on a different diagonal. So after seeing b6, I wasn't sure what's the right move like right now, because at first I want to wait with the idea of d5 and knight h4. And I wasn't sure what kind of move I can play like meanwhile. So I thought bishop a2 is the prophylactic move to play right now, okay? And after bishop b7, I said, okay, let's go for d5, knight h4. The tactics with knight e4 doesn't work because rook e4, and we are defending this field here. So I have this nice and strong bishop. I have the knight here. The knight will go probably to f5, and I'm trying to build the attack. An important moment comes here. And black plays a really bad move from a positional point of view, because right now white is building the attack, but it doesn't really come for free. It's not like I'm giving a mate here. I need a lot of time, like maybe bishop g5, maybe move the knight e2 to g3 to help with building the attack. So it's still far from deciding that there is any bigger advantage here. And after c5, the position actually changes dramatically. Suddenly I get a lot of new fields for my pieces, like d5, b5. They're no longer protected with the c6 pawn. So I consider this a very bad move during the game, but I also made a mistake in here, because on one hand, like every move usually has some bad but also good consequences. So I didn't realize how strong is the idea of c5, c4 in this position. And I thought it's not really threatening me in any way, because even if c4 is more or less played now, I have always knight e3 and I can consume the pawn. But I didn't. I think I underestimated the potential of the dynamics of black's position, because right now, if I play as I played in the game, bishop g5, and if my opponent goes c4, then I'm actually struggling a little bit, because knight e3. Bishop b4, and here we can see the dynamics of black pieces. And now if knight c4, then bishop c3, for example bc3, and there's a nice move rook e6, planning rook c6 and consuming the c3 pawn. So suddenly actually there are even possibilities that white can get worse in this position. So bishop g5 was a mistake, and luckily it wasn't used by my opponent. And he played g6, which is another weakening move. I go knight e3, and I have this perfect setup of my pieces right now. He goes bishop g7. And this was the moment where I had to calculate more strongly, more precisely, to actually get a winning position right now without any struggling in the later phases of the game. Instead, I played a very bad move, rook a d1, which only looks nice, but in fact, it does develop a new piece, but in fact it also gives black time to build defense. It's still much worse for black, but right now there was actually a forcing calculation line, which should be calculated by myself, I think. So knight b5, and now black queen is threatened. So the idea overall is that if I play knight g4, which is my plan, because this knight can't move because the f7 places is not defended, then after knight g4 right now, queen c6 defends the line, and they hold this outpost on f6. But if I play knight b5, I have this tactics of if queen c6 to keep protecting this place, then I go bishop d5, knight d5, e d5, queen c8, and knight d6. I'm not showing the moves on the board for you to imagine, because I think that's the way we should practice our chess imagination and the seeing of the chessboard. So, and at the end, after knight d6, there is a fork, queen is here, rook is here, f7 pawn is hanging in here. So black is totally losing. And another place to go, knight b5, is rook b8. But then if I go knight g4, there is no longer this defense on the 6th line, and I'm simply taking the piece here. And after knight b5, queen d8, I think that's the last line to consider. Then probably rook a d1, and we are just winning over all of the pins here. But also a simpler move probably is after knight b5, queen d8, we can go knight d6, still defending the pawn from the back, but attacking f7, e8, and b7. This is just winning. Instead, I went for the slower win, letting my opponent to build some defense. But one move later, I did find the right combination here. And after several moves, it was easy to see that in the end I'm with a material advantage. Still, I can imagine sometimes not winning this position, but there was an easy plan. Doubling the rook, not looking what the opponent does, and rook d7, rook d6, and we are building the pressure on f7 and f6. So you can say that all the game was won against the f7 pawn. And this is the moment where my opponent resigned. So nice win overall, but I wasn't precise, and this could cost me unnecessary energy and unnecessary time. Hopefully next games I will improve my precise calculation. Thanks for watching this video.